Okay, well, I got a full bottle of Pepsi. You know, I got my hoodie on. So, I guess it's a good time to look at these old games. These are the old shit piles and scrap heaps of my, the anal recesses and reaches of my creative mind. And here are some of my greatest attempts and greatest misses in the world of game development. Excuse me. How does OBS even work anymore? Okay, we're gonna capture the window. That's good. Put it in the middle. That's so good. This is this is so good. All right. So from the origins of the anal recesses of my mind, well, okay. So the odyssey of me trying to break into game development here is that when I was like 10 or something, I was like, all right, this is programmable code. Let me. I think I had this. I used something called Code Blocks, which was like a simplified. It was like a simplified IDE for like. I guess you could do C++ in it and C#, I guess, but it was kind of stupid. I don't know it was a framework, I guess. I don't know why it was so popular. This fucking game is still really, really loud. Alright. So I sort of got into that when I was like, I guess 11 years old. I was like, alright. This fucking dude, this Swedish dude is getting rich off Minecraft. I gotta take action. I gotta do something. So I just started. What is that guy? I think was it the New Boston? Bucky from the New Boston. I think if that's a real person and a real thing, and I think he had like C# tutorials or like Java tutorials or something. I used to watch that dude when I was like a for real middle schooler, and I was trying to. It just was so fucking hard. I'm not program minded, I'm not program oriented, so I think the origins of me wrapping my mind around programming was like kind of it just was really daunting to me. I didn't really, I had no concept of anything computational growing up, despite playing video games. I guess video games give you a vague idea but they give you like this glittery sort of packaged version of what is really happening computationally. I mean, if you think, I mean, and that has changed over the years. Not really that much in my lifetime, but it's changed over the lifetime of like, you know, video games. Like I love Mortal Kombat, but the original Mortal Kombats were programmed by Ed Boon, you know, in assembly. Like arcade cabinet games, for people who don't know, I guess they're probably not anymore, but they were. The whole idea was that you could get a juicy big processor, put it in, slap it on that motherfucker, and then you could just write games directly. So you write it directly to the computer, like it's machine code basically, or whatever the fucking, I don't care. But you know, so that took a huge. Assembly is way harder. I guess there are people that would say I'm stupid or something, but you know, I'm not learning assembly. I know a little bit about assembly from disassembly, but it's not like I just want to hack games. I just want to cheat. So that's a very different prerogative from like, you know, Ed Boon was a guy that went to, you know, computer science school. Anyway, so I got into it and got out of it really fast. Like I was like, this seems interesting. This seems possible, but I was like, there's just no way I'm gonna like. I swear to God, there's a game behind this. This isn't just I literally programmed this. It's hilarious that I made this feature, and I'm the only one in the universe that will ever use it. And it's just literally that's elegance right there, elegance by design. I knocked my mic over a little. Let's get this back in its position here. I programmed this feature where the title screen or whatever, it doesn't have a title. The title of the game is called Rogue. I just needed to come up with a name so it would have something in the I'll get to that later. There is a game underneath here, but I did also program the feature to idle here, and the song, I made the song also. The songs were the easiest part of the game because that's the only thing I know about making anything is making music. So that turned out easily. And what was I saying? All right, so anyway, back to me. It was too hard. Code blocks didn't make any sense to me, and I wasn't really wrapping my mind around it. And I've always had this problem of like wrapping my mind around something computationally, you know, like something from like I don't know, like how does it do anything for me? How does it apply? How do I apply it in a like very practical? I guess practical is the word I'm looking for. Is like what's the most practical application of this stuff? I don't know. It didn't really click with me. I wasn't seeing. I didn't. But again, I was dumb. Like I remember being like 10 when Borderlands came out, and some dude I would play Gmod with, we were talking about Borderlands, and he was like, "Man, what I used to play Borderlands on my state assigned computer, because Ohio would give you a computer if you had homeschool and shit. You were given a computer. So I just would use their computer for Borderlands, and this dude was like, "What's the frame rate? What do you get?" And I'm like, "What is that? What's FPS? What do you mean FPS?" And then he sort of explained it to me, and I was like, "Oh." And then so in that moment he ruined video games for me forever, because I'm basically just saying, you know, I'm just paying. I got obsessed with frame rate. I'm diagnostic. I'm all these diagnostics and the, you know, okay, I'm learning about hardware. I didn't really learn about hardware, but it was, you know, your brain begins to make connections about things, and that was the beginning of me fucking hating video games, because all I ever think about is my frame rate. So I didn't know shit. I didn't know anything, and you know, I don't know. I don't remember now what code blocks even is. Hold on, I need a sip of the Pepsi. Just hold on. Did the mic pick up me like breathing out into the bottle? Like, you know, sometimes you gotta get the air out before you take a drink, and a little bit gets in the bottle. It's fucking disgusting. Anyway, I don't remember what code blocks was or is. It probably still. I'm sure it still exists. No, it's probably defunct now. I think it has some degree of so when you're like working in a framework, you have to have some knowledge of like how API, like what API you're working with and how it's gonna. You have to have any rudimentary knowledge of graphics APIs whatsoever, which I didn't have, and yeah, I didn't know, like I didn't understand what DirectX was or like OpenGL. I was pretty sure OpenGL had something to do with Minecraft, which I guess is true, and I knew Minecraft was written in Java, but I didn't know what Java was. So, yeah, I don't think I really scratched the surface, but it didn't really appeal super hard to me. But I didn't really have anyone encouraging me. Like, I don't think I was ever realistic with myself about probably what my goals were, but I didn't probably think about it at that age. And then I got older, and I was like, I got to be like 13, and I was like, dude, I gotta make fucking video games. And I had like a moment, like a big moment. Sorry, that was my voice cracked. I had a very big moment, and it was like, you know, one of my. If I can't make video games, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to, you know. And I never had an idea of what I never had an idea of what I wanted to do. So I was just like. I remember playing like Super Marble Blast Ultra, and I was like, yeah, I could do this. I'll just do this one day. But I didn't understand the process of becoming, you know. I didn't even understand the process of learning anything. I had no skills, you know. I didn't learn anything growing up, so I didn't even understand. It was hard enough to learn music. And that is like, that's innate in some people. Some people don't even have to think about that. But this was before I started making music, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna program or what. I don't know what I want to make games. I never wanted to be realistic about anything, coding or modeling or doing art. Wasn't interested in being realistic about those things, but I was interested in them. So, yeah, I had a bit like but this one night I had like it overwhelmed me, and it was kind of like I was having almost like an out of body type experience where I was like, whoa, I understand what I have to do in life. I have to make a game. I have to make games or some shit. Which is a weird life calling. I don't know. It spoke to me as like a life calling, I guess. I don't know. It was just weird. I got like really jacked up on the emotions of that. And I remember telling my friend or whatever, I was like, dude, I understand what I have to do now. Like, this is my... But it wasn't like a typical angsty teenager thing. It was like I was like riding some spiritual high. But I didn't... Oh, no, I guess I did. Shit, I wish I had all those old games. So when I was like 13, so after that, I was like, boom, 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 I gotta go to like a game design school. But I'm like 13 years old and I'm not even, you know, like going to regular school. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking, this is what I'm gonna do. I wanted to go to Digipin really bad. Because there's those old Gabe Newell. Gabe used to give talks at Digipin or whatever, and like I guess there's quite a few Valve people that graduated Digipin. But I was like, I gotta go to this shit. I gotta hit it up. So I was going to enroll. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen. I'm not gonna be a 13-year-old kid at Digipin walking around. I don't know what was gonna happen for me, but I was like, this is what I'll do. I'll pursue this path, and then from there, you know, in the meantime, or I guess I'll work on, you know, making games or whatever. So that was the concept, and then that was when I learned about Unity, and I started fucking with Unity, and at that time Unity had like this thing called fucking it was called monoscript or mono behavior. No, mono behavior is something still in Unity, but it had monoscript, which was like this weird, I guess it was kind of Java-ish. I don't know. It was just a bunch of shorthand, like macro shit. But it was pretty close to C#. I don't know. But I think I worked in C# though, because I could never get that, I could never get it set up where it would function. But I honestly made a game very similar to this, which you'll see in a second. That was like, I mean, it was like this, but it was 3D and it looked shittier, and I never finished it. I didn't have any features, but I was like, you know, I followed some tutorial and I was like, all right, this is how you manipulate transforms through code or whatever. This is how you move some shit. You can spawn some shit. A lot of shit, basically. So I learned the shit ropes, and from there, I fell out of it again. It was too hard for me. From Unity, I couldn't, I fell out of Unity. It wasn't, I didn't feel I think it was just too hard, and I didn't persevere probably where I should have, but fell out of it again. Totally forgot. And then a year later, I got into making music, so video games just went, like, I still loved playing them, but as far as wanting to make video games, that took such a hard backseat to music, you know? And, I don't even know, probably when I was like 16, I played Persona, and I was like, games are magic, and I need to make games again. I need to make my own game. And, every time I play Dead Rising, I'm like, I need to make my own Dead Rising game, something, you know what I mean? As I got older, I was like, fuck, I gotta make games, just keep creeping up on me. And then, you know, whatever, I'm always looking for something that would solve my problems, like a piece of software or something, but never really wanted to buckle down and learn anything. So I spun my wheels for a long time, and then I got kind of serious with what I made this in, which was the old version of Game Maker Studio, the original, not 2. I don't even think 2 was out when I made this. But I don't know, that was like quite a few years, a lot of years of fucking around in different softwares and not, you know, completing anything, you know. But thankfully, all of the best ones were the most recent ones that I made, and all of those are still on my computer. So I'm just gonna look at those. What a fucking intro. How long have I been yapping? Almost 20 minutes. Okay, so this game was rendered, what do you say, exported? This was compiled on October 23rd, 2020, so I guess that's when I call it quits on old Rogue here. And this is a game maker. I don't know when I got into. I had some friends. I had some friends that were game makers, game maker aficionados. So I had a lot of people that hyped me up, and then some people just in like indie dev community, shit like that. Game Maker is kind of like, it was really hard. Game Maker is a great thing to jam in and prototype in, and it's like really, it like spoke to me because I'm not that intelligent, but I want to jam and just come up with little, you know what I mean? Almost like making music. Like I want to come up with a little melody and hopefully get it functioning in a reasonable amount of time. So yeah. So I started getting some traction around this year. This was when I was maybe getting my hands around something in a way or that I could, I had a few other projects that never got exported or rendered, and I wish I still had those, but those were like more top-down, sort of Hotline Miami-esque type projects. And then, but I went on from Game Maker. This was the last thing I've really made in Game Maker, so I'm gonna boot it up. The game starts really fast. I think I didn't know if I was supposed to leave all of those. That's like the debug. I have like the debug info and shit up there. So right away, this game makes no fucking sense. There's shit flying at you. The reason for all of that is that I didn't want to work on it anymore. So let me. Oh, okay, I died. Damn, one hit. This game is for the hardcore gamers. This is a permadeath game, so all right. Put your big boy pants on before you come in here, motherfucker. Press R to restart. I told you this. Everything's a Hotline Miami clone. Hotline Miami was made in Game Maker. So was what's that other fucking game? Undertale. There's been a bunch of good games made in it. So I was like, here's mine. But anyway, I don't know what is this little bar down there? What's that count? That's my score, I guess. Oh, okay. So the number on the left. My goddamn mic is running away from me. The number on the left is score. I mean, there's only one number. The number is score. And then when that bar fills up, you get like a power up. And then you can shoot. Seems a little unnecessary that you can go all directions. It makes it seem like a very different type of game. But who knows, maybe it's good. So there's so much going on. I mean, look at all this shit on the screen. And it's all exploding. Everything is shooting out little cubic particles, because I figured out pretty early on. I suck at my own game. I figured out pretty early on that there was a unique way. I don't know if a simple way that I could get that done. And have it not be a pain in my ass, and I felt like it gave good game feel. So I pursued that quite hastily. Okay, so we got a power up. So that's gonna take one of my debug numbers over there. It's gonna boost it up. So I think it's random, from what I remember. I don't know if you get bigger. I don't think you get bigger chunks. Or more points for bigger chunks. That's something that I'm thinking now I should have done. I don't know if that's, I doubt that's in there though. Also, it should be something on the screen that like tells you what you got. The number just goes up. Sorry, I'm clipping right now. The number just kind of goes up. It doesn't really tell you. That doesn't explain a lot, I feel like. Plus you don't lose anything for like when they pass you by. Which I feel like is... Also, I mean, none of this makes any sense. None of this is making sense, honestly. But I don't really think I don't think I was trying to pursue something that is going to make a gratuitous amount of sense, but perhaps simply enough sense that would make me want to make more games. I think everything shakes when I shoot. That's a really good feature. I don't remember how I did that because I know I hate programming camera stuff. But that's a good feature, and it kind of tilt shifts when you turn it like a pinball. I like that feature as well. Okay. So yeah, vis-a-vis the particles, I also figured out You know, that I could make the stars like that, that I could make the everything, basically anything in the game that exists that it could shoot out particles. I did that effect on it, which is basically like, I think it's all it is just like a 1 pixel sprite, and I'm just sending it out like a big array of it out. I'm spawning it kind of randomly, and then you can get Game Maker's dope because every object has an instance. So, and, you know, an instance has its own. I mean, Game Maker isn't unique for that, but it's I feel like it's an easier. It explains it in a good way. It's easier to control the instances. So, like every instance has its own speed, so you can just spawn it with random speed, and then random size, and then it kind of looks like some are closer and some are farther away. So you can do like, you know, bloop, bloop. That's a good little. I like that little noise. That's a Pepsi break, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, well. Let me get back on track here. What else would I... Okay, so I made all the noises, I guess. Made all the sprites. I think there's a little... Yeah, there's like a star counter. This is not bad. You can shoot with space or mouse click, which is not bad. Like the differences there. There's a difficulty thing. I think that counts down as the game goes on. And then your damage goes up, accuracy goes up, rate of fire goes up or down. I'm not sure how I had coded that one. But you got the speed. Speed's a good one. Yeah, if you're trying to do a no miss run, I don't even know if it's possible. You gotta get lucky in the beginning here. I hate that because I'm such a perfectionist. You can't even, my own game isn't even perfectible. See, and it's a one-hit death. That is hardcore. And there's no health, so you can't get more health. This is the Dark Souls of Galaga games right here. And I'm not gonna pretend otherwise. I'm sick of pretending otherwise. Let's see if I can actually make some progress. I don't know, this is pretty much all there is. I don't think, there's no like boss wave. I just thought, Game Maker is really convenient with their, it's when you render something, you can just get the EXE really easily, so I just made this and sent it to my friends, and I was like, tell me what your high score is. Or like shit like that. I don't think anyone really played it. I think everyone was like, this shit is hard. God, those are some good effects. So there's like a circular explosion, and then they also bleed rocks. So it's a square. That's nice. That's good. Good job, 20-year-old me. I love that it's different sizes, but they're all the same texture. Just an endless ocean of the same rock. Shit, this might actually be good. Maybe I should crack this one back open. This could be all right with different levels, and you sprinkle some roguelike in here. It would need some fixing uppins, but it could be done. I don't think I want to do it, but I'm a little impressed with this one. This is actually a lot more game designy than most shit that I attempt to do, I feel like. Because normally I'm like, I want to make plants. I want to make the flowers, and I want to make the buildings, and I want to make the dude walk around. I don't want to program anything else. This was perhaps a more adventurous time for me, though. I was willing to get my hands dirty. I do remember, like, I was so sick of this fucking game. I was so done with working on this. Oh, I'm getting good. I'm getting juiced up now. This isn't bad. I probably should have uploaded this one. I was having a lot of, like, I was having a ton of... don't die. I've always had a lot of, reluctance, I guess, to upload shit, because I mean, there's a lot of garbage that people upload on the internet, but I always felt like I didn't want, you know, if someone's gonna play some shit I made, I want them to, you know, to be like, this is actually pretty good. But I don't this is really more like a, I would say at this point, this game is like tech demo-ish, you know? but it's not like it's tech demo for 1980, 1986 or some shit. I'll say it's pretty easy to actually get swole up. You can kind of get invincible. I don't think I scaled for... Well, no, there's a difficulty. What are we at? Oh, we're at 40 difficulty. Okay. Maybe we just got lucky with the drops. Also, those drops are really easy to miss. They're really tiny. I don't know if that was intentional by me, but that's a motherfucker move, I feel like. Look at this. I'm smoking these cats. Also, those big ones should explode into smaller ones. That's like, you know, that's Asteroid 101. I don't know how I didn't get that. Maybe I did the fragmenting and it's too hard. In hindsight, it probably shouldn't be like... It probably shouldn't be one-hit death. One-hit death is maybe a little excessive. It probably didn't need to happen that way. Yeah. Yo, rate of fire is actually counting down? You're telling me I programmed it right? Dude, 20-year-old me is a genius. I love 20-year-old me. I don't think, this difficulty needs to go down a lot faster. Because I'm clearing the board over here. It's kind of satisfying. Oh, and you even come out the side of the screen? I didn't even try that. Oh, don't play with me. Okay, this game rocks. I'm gonna put this on Game Jolt. Email me at yahoo.com if you want to play my game. Oh, I clicked off the screen. I feel like I could just hold it at this point and I would live forever. Oh, it's starting to hitch. Too many particles on the screen. I need a bullet counter. I should have had a bullet counter on my debug. I don't have that. I wonder if they're... Oh, no, I do. I didn't even read it. Alright. Well, where the fuck are they going? They're not disappearing fast enough. Because, you know, if you shoot your bullets off the screen, you gotta put a collision up there somewhere so that they'll get deleted. But it seems like... I'm firing them a lot faster than they're getting destroyed. Oh, it seems like some of them have gotten through. If I fire them over here, do they get through? I don't know. It might be. I'm not sure. That is what we would call a bug in the business. That is a bug that has to be fixed. Probably, you know, bad collision work. That's a dime a dozen. And, you know, nobody is a greater proponent of that than yours truly. Am I gonna die? Also, I don't know why the text is stretched like that. Like, the text is scaled up. Yo, this sounds rad. Where do I get the sound for this? I wonder if I really made that. It sounds like a nail gun or something. I might have ripped something from Counter-Strike. And warped it, perhaps. When in doubt, go to the Source SDK. Am I right, fellas? Oh my god, I'm getting so powerful! I'm fucking jizzing! What if you could jizz in space? What a ridiculous game. Did I ever even play it this long? I don't know if I played it this far to even see what the user experience was like. This shit is busted. So I wonder, I mean, when it reaches difficulty 1 or 0, what's gonna happen? Is there gonna be complete asteroids on the field here? I'm pretty interested to see, to be honest. I'm not even scared. I ain't stressing. Difficulty 30, bring it on. I guess I could just chill. I think you can just hide off screen and then it's like, yeah. I never fixed this. The thing with Game Maker is that you can't At least I don't think so. You can't actually warp a sprite properly, so I couldn't. Like I don't know if it's like that in Pac-Man, but I think in Galaga, like if you go to one side of the screen, you'll see like half of him on the other side or something. Or there are definitely. I'm gonna die. Fuck. I tried so fast. I tried to get there so fast. All right, well, whatever. So never mind. I guess I solved that problem. I solved that in the studio. I kind of like this. Oh, I did no song for this. I thought I did a menu song, a fight song, and then a death song. I guess I didn't. Well, that's Rogue, and it is spelled the right way, not the wrong way. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll upload this if someone hounds me and if they wanted to play it. I would probably upload it because it's not that bad. But you know, vis-a-vis video games, it's pretty Asteroids. Well, Asteroids is far better. It's a poor Asteroids clone. I guess let me boot up this. Let me see if I get this next one booted up. So from then on, basically, I mean that project really like whipped me in the ass pretty bad. Like if I was a high schooler, that was my senior project for sure. Like I went pretty I took the nuts out on that one. You know, the proverbial you know, nuts of a man who somehow went 10 years and never produced an exported video game that runs on your computer. So I finally did it. I cracked the code at the age of 20. Man, okay, I have not opened this in a year. It says last modified a year, so you know. Maybe I should go in order. No, I wanted to end on the forest game. But I have two games. This one was named elegantly, I named it Traingame. I don't know what that means. I guess I wanted it to have a train in it. I think pretty vaguely. I mean, I think I started this project maybe a year and a half ago or two. And I remember vaguely wanting to do something on a train, like a you know, collect the items thing on a train, like a horror thing or something like that. I don't know. I wanted it to be on a train, like you could look out the window and see. For some reason, that was the whole inspiration for the project. And then I was like, all right, so it's a guy. He's the main character, whatever. So got to start him out in a room. And then I got so obsessed with making the room, I made the room for months. I don't know if I made it for months. I made it for a lot of hours. I pretty much spent all my man hours on the room, which, you know, given the way I work on projects, there's not a lot of overall time, you know, spared outside of that. So pretty much just ended up making the room. And then, but the way that I ended up back in Unity was, you know, I started to experiment with some other things, started to experiment with like their visual code solutions. Hell yeah, this actually works. Fuck yeah. What's the best way to do this? I guess I'll just, I'll display cap it. You dirty birdies can check out what I got on my display here. Got back into Unity when I started checking out some of their visual coding solutions. I was interested in something more, I don't want to say intuitive because that's offensive, but I wanted something more approachable to programming, a solution that, like, you know, I'm dumb, make it easy. So I was like, all right, Unity has a bunch of solutions for things like that, so I started to check them out. Did a lot of shit. Once I got Playmaker, I was like, cool, I can do whatever, but it's like $60. I tried out all the other ones and I didn't like them, so I don't even really like Playmaker that much, but it'll get the job done. Let's just boot this up. This is scaring me right now. Is it gonna work? So I got back into Unity, and ooh, this is creepy. Oh, I disabled my intro. Forget, I gotta here it is. Still remember, after all this time. Gotta enable the intro. I'll say about Unity and shit, I don't know where the inspiration. I don't know where I learned about like visual scripting things or why. The thing with Unity was just that it had been so familiar to me for so long, and I was like, you know, even if I fuck up terribly, I'm still pretty versed in this program, so I can't fail that I can't fail that tremendously, you know. Like all of the failures eventually added up to like, all right, I kind of know this software a little bit, you know, to use it, and plus. I had made a lot of stuff for VR chat in Unity, so I had gotten even more of a, you know, and I don't know, you just get older, you learn about shit, graphics, APIs, and how shit works, and yeah. So eventually it kind of clicked, and I was like, all right, Unity totally suits me. I don't really need, I was always searching outwardly for something else, but I was like, you know, Unity is not, Unity is not as bad as I claim it to be. So, started dipping my toes in. This is my first project that I did, my first big one, you know, of recently, last few years. But it is the best, I think it's the best one, probably the most complete thing that I have, so. Here it is with the intro enabled. I forgot to have that hotkey or whatever. I don't know what I was... I don't know what. I think this was gonna be a horror game. It was gonna be a horror game. I was gonna have like some shit chase you around this like apartment building a little bit, and then you were gonna go to the subway and get on the train. So this intro sort of steals the camera, puts it. I think we're underneath the map right now, and you're seeing some snow and like the buildings. It just looks weird, and then I have this little wake up thing. So sorry, this is really loud. All right, that should be more suitable to the ear holes. Alright, so we can wake up. Got the PS1, you know I hooked it up with the PS1 dithering. God, it looks rad. Okay, so this is the room. You can hear some Counter-Strike noises. This is the bedroom. You can jump. There's a ceiling fan. I didn't model any of this except for the shit that's cubes. Everything pretty much is like open source art that I got, so. Some textures, some books. Oh, okay. I got a UI thing here. So if you press F, it says I have no light. Then you can pick up the flashlight. Although that seems like the handle doesn't want to come. So we have a light now. And I love that it's flat lighting. I didn't really have to do much. I don't really think I had to do much to get this, because it's not lit. This is none of these textures. When you use the PS1, shout out to whoever wrote the shader. But when you use it, it doesn't. It's not actually lit. It's like a faux. I don't fucking know. It's cool though. I made this plant. For some reason, I can't get this to export. I showed this to Harry, and I couldn't get it. It wouldn't. Like the transparency layer of this wouldn't render right, so it would come out like black. But that bummed me out because I love my plants. A lot of boxes. It's fucking creepy in here, you know? There's no two ways about it. I think I was gonna do a secret passage over here, but I never ended up doing that. You can see the seams in the walls because I don't know how to model anything and I don't use Blender. There's a seam. I think you can turn this off. Yeah. So if you get a little too cool in here, you can just hop up off your bed in your horrifying room and turn off your AC unit. And the light switch doesn't work, but it is there. I should head downstairs and check the mail. And I like that it's, I like that I stylized it like that. Dude, I remember working on this shit so much. Like, I was seriously... I have a lot of, I know that it's not, like, it's nothing, like, it's like cubes and shit, but this took me forever. Got some garbage in here on the floor. It's like a texture, I don't know what that texture is. Turlet. That's weird. I guess I couldn't get the mirror working. That's a picture I took. This is actually a really pixelated, if anyone listens to my music, this is actually a really pixelated version of the EVP cover, or the photo that I took for the cover. So, That's some lore. Gotta put the lore in the games. God, there's a lot of boxes. I guess I was going for, I don't know if I'm moving in or if I'm moving out. That's the, we'll go out there in a second. That's the grand finale. I was doing something with this fuse box. Oh yeah, that was a good, what did that say? Open fuse box. Okay. Oh, look at fancy Smanchyville. It opens up. Does it stay open? How long does it stay open for? Just when I walk away? Wow. I'm a game designer, ladies and gentlemen. It stays open until you walk away. And I guess that was as far as I got while working on that, because I didn't, I think it, oh, maybe I should go back to working on this. I had something with like a guy out there and he was going to chase you. And, you had to get a fuse to go down the elevator, I guess was what it was going to be. And then that was how you were going to get to the subway. And there's a story. Oh yeah, I hammered through it. There's a story thing. This old table. Never found another species that would look good in here. Never use it. Alright. That was gonna be like for some story shit that I never really rounded out. This is, I love this. This is to me this is like one of the best environments I've ever done for a guy that doesn't really do this shit. Use door. Oh yeah, there's a key down here. I was gonna do that. Did I not end up doing it? Is the key in there? I guess I didn't get that far. This TV. I remember I used to have Resident Evil 4 on this TV, like a thumbnail of it, but I couldn't get it to look right, so I gave up on it. Yeah, you can zoom. If you right click, you can zoom in, and it has like a little smooth lerp. I like that. It's probably a little, the movement is probably a little too snappy to make a horror game. I would have to dumb it down a little. And, I don't know, the room feels, I don't know if this is an acceptable game environment. I don't know if this would be considered good. And here is the big city. I was really, really into Max Payne when I made this. So, everything was Max Payne all the time. So it took a while to get the buildings looking how I wanted them to, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think I did something with the lighting where it's a little too baked out right now. Like I didn't have it this dark before, but I guess I decided that was what I wanted. So yeah, a little balcony over there. I had plans to do like a route that would slip around. So you would need to get some item. God damn, it's loud out here. You would have to get some item and then like run, you'd have to run through these halls and shit out here, and you would end up on the other balcony there, and there would be, I don't know, something ominous, something mysterious. So you can go outside the door. It'll swing open. There's a scary guy there, I guess. Oh, okay. The doors are on a timer, so they will like sling you. We'll get to that guy in a second. Yeah. So somebody worked that into their speed run. You can go out here. I think this will slam. Yeah. Okay. This is pretty good. I got a game here. I just hear siren noises. I just did not remember doing that. This is cool. There's kind of like some trash on the walls. I like that. I like these. This is a creepy hallway. I suppose some of this is like inspired by like time I've spent in hotels. And like hotels are just weird vibes to me, but I love them, so I wanted to capture a little bit of the creepiness of like, you know, just identical buildings that are, oh, no collision. I'm coming in. Oh. Okay, well I need to put a collider right there. Put a little rectangle. No, I don't think I did anything down here. I didn't get this far. Had some rooms. These kind of look like doors from San Andreas, but they're not. Not sure what I wanted. I wanted to have, I guess this would be the door to the opposite balcony. Yeah, okay. So it looks like I was working on it a little bit. And I was gonna have an elevator. And then I guess that dude was gonna harass you, the weird ghost guy, so Let's just jump off the map and have a look, shall we? Oh, it goes really far down. I guess I had to do that for the balcony. Oh, no. I know I didn't put a, a reset down here either. Well, it's pretty good. Yeah, there's not really much game to show off here. Didn't really get too much into the gaming aspect of this one. I just, I think there's like an Easter egg here if you mash E. Yeah. And there's the thunder. Hell yeah. That was basically it. So I make, when it comes to me making games, I make Easter eggs and, you know, you can turn off the AC. So, yeah. This game could be rad. I could see, like, if I poured a little money into it and, like, more time, obviously, it could be, I could see this being a game. But, I should probably start working on the train segment, you know? It's a little hard to remember what I had actually wanted from, if you listen to, like, indie developers talk and shit, they'll tell you, like, you know, if you want to finish a project, you gotta have your scope. You gotta have the right scope. You know what I mean? You can't bite off more than you can chew, so to speak. So, I love biting off more than I can chew. It's sort of, it's sort of a neurotic obsession of mine, so I continually do that, and I do think this project was probably this similar, but I kind of wanted to see how far I could go, you know. I did want to see how far I could push it, and sorry, I'm fucking with my mic, and I don't know, I think I took it reasonably far. I think I got it to a reasonable point. I should probably work on it more. Does this building make any sense? It's like a seam of straight glass. Doesn't really make any sense now, does it? Anyway. You know, I have a big desire to make like survival horror stuff and stuff that's like inspired by like Silent Hill probably, and like really I was really inspired by Max Payne when working on this, honestly. Playing Max Payne 1, and I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do like playthroughs of stuff. But that's like pretty important to me. Like I want to be able to do playthroughs on my channel and to just talk about games. So I'm still trying to figure that out. But when I crack the code on that, I will, you know, be playing Max Payne 1. And I might, probably not 2, but I'll play 1 and talk about it. Because specifically 1 has a very creepy vibe, very just weird. And I love Remedy. I love those games where Remedy is the only people making games where you can just sort of walk around and press E on stuff and like weird shit happens. I really love that. I'm addicted to that feeling. You know, it makes games feel like magical, so I like that shit. I want to pursue that. I don't know. I want to see that live. I want to see that get its day in games and gaming. So I'm happy to have spread the ideology in my own work a little bit here. But yeah, I don't know, I struggle with, I think game design is one thing, because you can put it on paper, but when it comes to coding and actually making the thing function, I'm really not skilled in that aspect, or I'm not, you know, I need to figure out if I want to work on that or just stop working on it entirely, I think, you know, because it's like, I don't know, I get really into these environments and just to designing things, and I'm interested in things mechanically, but I need to find a way to pull them off more elegantly. I don't know though, it seems like there's a lot of features in this game that I forgot about. Like for one thing, all of the text shit is very bomb, like this works. All of the UI stuff is pretty good, and there's like a lot of interactables. This thing works really flawlessly, and like the doors work. I don't know, maybe I wasn't giving myself enough credit for how much work I did put in, but yeah, who knows? But God, do I love these environments. I love this little low poly coffee pot. I love having no light. I mean, this place is fucking dirty. This place is nasty. But I would live here. Where's the computer? That's how you know this game isn't about me. There's no computer. A lot of boxes though. Alright. Next one. I think this, yeah. This is all there is to see with this one. The next one's cooler. Well, I don't know. That one was pretty cool. I'm semi-impressed by that. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I got this Forest game that I started working on. I used to listen to the Silent Hill mix on YouTube. This is going to sound ridiculous. It's completely true. Used to listen to this mix, Silent Hill mix, like Silent Hill 2 songs that would like loop for a while or whatever on YouTube, and the picture was like of these winter trees, and it was just like the top of them, you know, like just the tops of the trees, and it gave me like this feeling, like the, you know, like that, and like winter, how it's like when it gets dark, but it's still daytime because there's so much snow reflecting all the light. I was just like thinking about that, and I was like, ugh, and this feeling, I don't know, I just got this feeling came over me, and I was like, I gotta make a game that tries to capture that feeling of like that just emptiness in the winter wilderness, and it's like you're just walking around, and it's like everything stops. I feel like in the, you know, I don't know, the winter forestry or whatever. Okay, this looks all right. I fucked it up, but it's not too fucked up, I guess. The winter forestry or whatever, just, I don't know, it spoke to me, and then with the combination of the music, it really did something for me. So I was like, I need to capture this in a game. So I tried to do that. This game, this is a really old, so this is an old project, probably from 2020 sometime, and it's gone. It has had different iterations. Like I had all the trees just are always getting changed, and I fucked them up really bad. I thought they were actually toasted forever. They kind of might still be toasted. I don't know. They don't look amazing, but I used to have, the trees used to look way better. I had a way bigger variety and shit like that, and it was pretty bomb. I got a flashlight, but there's so much bloom that it doesn't matter. So much fog, maybe. Yeah, I don't know where I got these tree models from, but they kind of get the trick. They kind of do the trick, but they, you know, they look like shit. But you know, I needed like a dead tree. I had to get something that was going to capture that. And there are a couple of tree creation solutions out there, like Speed Tree or whatever, but I'm not versed in any of that. And I didn't, you know, I just kind of wanted to get the project done. So, yeah, see, there's a lot of things about this one that I don't like. Like, I used to have there was a lot more variety in the size of the trees and all that, just because of the way that I generated them. Well, this one's pretty big, actually. That's not bad. Do they have collision? They do. Look at that. Are you guys immersed or what? Yeah, there's too much fog. Yeah, I've gone through a lot of different variations of the post-processing in this game as well. Like, how bright do I want it to be? How much fog? I actually have a hotkey, I think. I don't know if it still works. I had one that would change the light source and sort of flicker it or change it, flicker it. I think I disabled that though. This is crazy. There's a really nice skybox on this too, but you can't even see it because of the fog. Let's try to fix this up a little, actually. Oh, I got the OG fog volume right here. And that is why it pays to save stuff. Although this does look the same. That's like completely the same, I feel like. Yeah, the reason I stopped working on this project was just that I had reached a point where I had fucked with everything so much that I just hated every way that it was, and I didn't like any of it anymore. That's like a tragic place to be with a project, but I remember bugging out really bad about the LOD, the level of detail, you know, in the distance. Like couldn't get that right, couldn't get that figured out, so. Let's turn down this fog. Where is it? It's like is it the base height needs to go down? This is live debugging, ladies and gentlemen. It happens from time to time. All right, we can try that. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, so you can see there's a lot of pop-in from the trees because I was trying to get the LOD stuff, or the LED. I don't know why I call it LOD, but I had no intentions of making this a fucking game at all. Like, zero. I don't, like, I think maybe a little, like, you could walk. I wanted to make, like, a cabin up on the mountain that you could walk to and then maybe do some shit there, but, like, that was fucking it, man. Probably the most technical thing I did in the game was add planes. I think you can hear you one? Or am I making that up? Occasionally planes will fly overhead. I needed that for like my ASMR. Like I just felt like, okay, so you know, it's the same vibe from this picture on the Silent Hill video, and it's like you're wandering around and I don't know, it's not like a threatening vibe. It's nothing like horror or even creepy. It's just like this weird silent forestness, you know? I think I'm getting away from my snow here. I'm walking a little too fast. I guess it's like lerping to me, but it's lerping too slow. So it's the snow. I'm running the snow. Maybe there are some creepy noises going on. Oh, I need to turn this one way up, actually. Yeah, the audio in this game is very subtle. Could be a couple things that would be fun. It would be fun to just have like small camping, like survival elements in this game. Like, I think what I wanted was like you could go up the hill and have a cabin, and then oh, we got a plane, I think. I thought I fixed that. It's not supposed to light anything red, but yeah, you can check them out. I think it's lore accurate lights or something, I don't know. I remember reading a Wikipedia page about plane lights trying to make this. So hopefully I read it correctly. Yeah, they spawn kind of frequently because it's kind of a debug thing. Like, oh yeah, see, this looks good right here. This is the Silent Hill image. I would say this mission complete on this project. I did pretty much accomplish what I wanted in a relatively quick amount of time, because this is pretty much the image. I guess I wanted to maybe make a soundtrack for this album, or an album for this game, a soundtrack album. But yeah, these trees are not as good as they used to be. And if I was gonna release it, I would have to get, I mean, even the trees, how they were, they just had better generation, because it's just a matter of like tweaking it and getting the numbers right. Like, that's easy, but the models themselves are fucked up. So if I was gonna release it, I would have to like make some tree models or something, and I don't know how to do that, and I'm not trying to learn right now. But I remember when I got these planes working, I was like, that's sick. They're probably a little too low to the ground, but I think I wanted this game to be playable on the CRT, so I made everything a little chunky so that you could see it good. I don't know if I like that light. It kind of ruins the chill vibe. And I guess the trees should have some snow on them as well. I think that might have been how I actually originally fucked them all up, was trying to get snow on them. Sometimes you get, this is a good generated one. Sometimes you get a nice looking one. Just like that, it's a fierce looking one right there. It's got some power. And I think, most of the others, this was meant to be of like a series of games that I wanted to make, where you could just walk, like it would be like an ambient simulator, like you could just walk around different biomes and environments and like interact with stuff. So this one's kind of like a drop in the bucket. I also don't know if I ever made sure that the planes don't run into each other. So it might happen, I guess. But yeah, it would be cool to have like a cabin where you could go camp and like could chop some firewood, maybe grill something. Nothing too crazy. I wouldn't want to put like hunting in the game. You could have like canned food that you could prepare or something, but like it would be like a camping simulator. But again, it's not really, I don't know if it qualifies as a game. It's really more something for you to turn on and smoke weed to. which are the video games that, you know, appeal to me the most. Whoa. There's a weird wind gust. You can kind of see the landmass here. But I wanted it so you could see the trees all the way down, but there's really no way to get that without frying your computer. So. This one's pretty rad, though. This one is not bad. I don't know if anyone else would enjoy experiencing it, but I have a little bit of rain ambience on right now. Turn that off. Because I want you to hear all of the... There's quite a bit of sound design stuff. I guess there is rain in this game as well, but there's no... What the fuck happened to... That snow never caught up with me. I'm gone. Still the wrong sound for snow, though. Oh, is he stuck over there? Oh, you poor guy. Oh no, he's gone. God damn, how far is he? Those lights are too fucking bright. I don't know why I have them just baked out like that. It's so bright. Yeah, it's quite a big landmass though. It's a good bit to walk around. And I have the walk speed pretty slow. I like this little fern. I just wanted people to cruise around. You know, I don't know if people would fuck with that though. Like, I would have to put really big on the page, like, this is a game, this is not a game, this is a walk around. Walk your ass over there. That's all there is. Kind of a cool spot, I think. Could put the cabin. You'd have to do something with this, hide all that shit over here. Oh no, there are trees, look. Yeah. I guess I could fix the lot stuff, but why do I say lot? I don't know what's wrong with me. I'll fix the loads. Look at the planes, they just disappear. Oh, he's taking a sweet time. Look at that. Right off the clipping distance. Gone. Alright, well, I think that was pretty much all I wanted to look at. This was, I was hoping that looking back at these games would give me some, like, inspiration or, like, concept of where I would want to go forward as I've been trying to code more recently and, like, set my mind on something that's, like, playable. I really am sick of making shit that's not playable. That's, like, probably my main... I don't want to make anything that people don't want to play and that doesn't have, like, a design function in it. You know what I mean? Like, here's the objective, here's the design, here's what's keeping you from accomplishing your objective in the game. That's a game, you know. But I don't know, maybe I should ease up on the old walking sims. But who knows? Who knows? If people are watching this trying to get into making games, I'm probably not the person to listen to, but I will say I've always been more of like a creative person, and I'm not great with computational shit. So like, it took me a long time to get things to click, but there are ways where you can have fun without like working your fucking ass off. You know, you can actually jam, you can be creative. Hopefully I will find new ways to be creative that will help me like beef up my skill set and work on some games that are more playable. But if that does happen, them games are gonna be crazy AF. They're gonna have a lot of numbers in them. But yeah, if you watch this, thanks for looking at my balls for an hour, and go do something creative and stop playing video games. Unless it's my game, you can play my game. This is a note for that cutting room floor. Stop vaping into the microphone. It just sounds bad. Just doesn't sound right.